I think the Metropolitan Police have done a phenomenal job in policing the protests so far, and I really do think the pressure and burden on the Met is immense, and you cannot underestimate it. I mean, the Commissioner told the London Policing Board that 28,000 officer shifts have been completed in connection to the protests, and that includes 1,600 shifts by officers who've been brought in through mutual aid. I think that, not only are they doing a very good job in very difficult circumstances to balance the right of free, to protest and to free speech, but also to make sure there is no hate crime or there's no disorder. I think they genuinely are doing a good job, but also they're trying to balance how do they, as I talked about earlier, how do they make sure that the impact that it's having locally, and it is having an impact, is mitigated as much as possible. Conversations that I've had, and clearly, and I know we all know this, these are operational decisions for the Met about how they police the protests, and they are very good at policing those protests. But the conversations that I've had with the Metropolitan Police since October the 7th have been around how they communicate to communities, how they reassure communities, particularly the Jewish and Muslim communities where we've seen an increase in hate crime, but also, they brief. We don't have we're not intervening in the operational decision making, but they are telling us, what the way in which they are going to, they have policed and what they are finding, and some of the difficulties, or where they have learned that this is a good operation or a good tactic. I think one of the things that the Met have really developed over the course of the protests is their ability to communicate. They've had the ability to communicate to Londoners and in quick time, so that where there have been on social media, for example, where there have been incidents of, really concerning incidents of placard waving or what is happening, they have been very quick to react, to be able to, one, to say whether actually it really happened there, not 5 years ago, and isn't a bit of disinformation or misinformation, but two, that they've got they themselves and the CPS are looking at this, that it's in hand. People, needn't be concerned that they've not spotted it. So I think that has been developed and has been learning. They've not always got it right. There have been occasions where they've got it wrong, but actually I think they've been quite bold and forward thinking about that.